Hello and welcome to the channel once again, and today I'm going to be doing my very first pickups video of 2016. Now, if any of you guys follow my Facebook page, Paul Foxhound on there, you'll have seen I uploaded a picture showing you a pretty sizable stack of games that I've picked up over the last 6 or 7 months. So I thought I'd go through them. So we'll start with the biggest of the pile, which is PlayStation 2 games. Most of them are complete. I'll show you what's inside as well if you want. Yeah, we'll go for that. So, starting in no particular order, first up we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is obviously the second book and the second film. Picked it up from Cash Converters, as you can see there, for Uno Pund. So, a booklet inside, upside down, and the game itself. Man, I used to play this so much when this originally came out. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. Always have been ever since I read the books originally. Well, read the first book originally and then moved on to the movies. So, first up, Harry Potter. Next, my favourite racing franchise, Gran Turismo 4. This one I didn't play that much. I can't remember why. It just didn't gel with me when compared to the insane amount of hours that me and my friend Jack put into Gran Turismo 3. Even to the point of renaming our license plates on the car with celebrities that we found attractive. I remember having a black Subaru Impreza called Beyonce. No racism there, I assure you. I just find her very attractive. Next we have Summoner. Really good game. Really good. I think, if I can remember, it's a top-down hack and slash RPG of sorts. I didn't play much of this on the PS2. I did play a lot of the GameCube version. I think it was... I don't know if it were a direct sequel to these or a spin-off or a reboot or something, but yeah, I remember playing a lot of it on GameCube. Next, again, a game I didn't play much of, but my friend Ash played an absolute ton of, Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction by LucasArts and Pandemic. It's a shame that this franchise didn't carry on. I know the sequel came out and people didn't rate it as much as the first one, but yeah, Mercenaries. What else have we got? We've got Jak 2 Renegade. Love the Jak franchise. Really good platformers. Not my favourite. I mean, you know, there's the whole Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Raccoon kind of debate, I guess. My favourite is most definitely Ratchet and Clank. I love those games, but I do love the Jak franchise. And I recently noticed the Jak 4 concept art, what Naughty Dog posted online, which I think they cancelled it off to work on The Last of Us, which is a damn shame because they could have done both. Next we have Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 3. No idea why I bought 2, I'm just a Metal Gear Solid nerd, and every time I see a game, I am obligated to pick it up. So, anyone who follows my channel or knows me personally, you know this is the gaming franchise above all others that I play and collect for. Love Metal Gear Solid. Next, my second favourite stealth franchise, Splinter Cell. I do have all of the Splinter Cells already, but I saw this for about 10 pence, I think, so I thought, why not pick it up, buy it again. Not going to say no to a 10 pence game. Next we have the Bards Tale. Again, another hack and slash RPG, but this time, instead of a serious game, it is ludicrously funny. Full of witty jokes, full of one-liners. The main character is sarcastic as all hell. The game does a very good job of breaking the fourth wall and even takes the mick out of itself, you know, playing on things what RPGs kind of do at an embarrassing level. Story-wise, it's funny. It's okay. You can do kind of like Mass Effect, Renegade and Paragon options. You know, do a good thing or a bad thing, and then the outcome is determined via whatever tree you kind of go down. Next we have Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Now, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Again, same as Metal Gear Solid. People who follow me or know me will know that. I've not played much of this. I do have the game on the PlayStation 4. It is just this game, but it's upscaled to 1080p, runs at 60 frames. You know, all that technical mumbo jumbo. It has got trophy support, so I will most definitely be playing it on the PS4 instead of the PS2. Next we have The Matrix Path of Neo. Now, I remember playing Enter the Matrix. I think it was called the first one, where you play as Trinity or Ghost, and that was okay. Combat was cool, story was pretty decent, it tied in with the movies. This one is a hell of a lot better because you get to play as the one, you get to play as Neo, and it just destroys Ghost or Trinity. Absolutely so. Next we have Final Fantasy X-2, the less popular sequel to its predecessor. Final Fantasy X and X-2 have an absolutely fantastic world. Spira, it's called. X-2 goes from the traditional turn-based approach of most Final Fantasy games back then, or all Final Fantasy games back then, to be honest, and goes for I think it's like real-time turn-based combat. It's strange. It's got an active time bar like Final Fantasy VII, but the gimmick of this game is that there's a system in it called the Dress Sphere, where you can effectively switch your class mid-battle by changing your dress, your outfit. Story, it's not as good as 10. If you like I say, if you play 10 or play X-2, it's a convoluted mess of a story. Anyway, it's very confusing, but it's enjoyable. Next, we have the first of 2 card battling games that I've picked up. Duel Masters on the PlayStation 2. Now, this was a very, very short-lived trading card game in the UK. I'm not sure if it was massive in Japan or in the States or anywhere else for that matter. But I did buy some of the cards. I had 3 or 4 friends who actually played it with me as well. And it's a really good game. Not to go full nerd and talk about card games, but it's a strange mix of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, I'd say. If you've played those, you'll kind of know what I'm on about. Play down monsters, play spell cards, erase an opponent's life points. But instead of life points in this one, you have shields. And when you destroy all of your opponent's 5 shields, you can attack them directly and then win the game, hopefully. Right, next, I did say card game. It's from a card game franchise. So apologies there. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Coliseum. So instead of the standard trading card game, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses game that I also do have, I should have thrown that in this video, but I didn't, apologies. This one is it's like a board game, and all of the card monsters are in capsule form, so you play them onto the board, they hatch out of their capsule, and you move them around the board, and each monster's got special attacks, they've got stats, things like that. The aim of the game is to just dominate the board and progress. Right, last of the PS2 games is this absolute beast, Digimon World 4. Now, the original Digimon game was pretty much a cyber pet for your PlayStation. Digimon World 2 was a dungeon crawler, an RPG-style game. Digimon World 2003 played a lot like the Pokemon RPGs, and in my opinion, it's one of the best Digimon games. Probably better than most Pokemon games, to be honest. This one goes for the co-op hack and slash style, a little bit like Baldur's Gate. So you play as a Digimon this time instead of an actual person, and you equip weapons, go through dungeons, beating bosses, that kind of stuff. One of the, I don't know how to say it. I mean, a lot of Digimon games kind of get uncommon or rare. It's hard to find that one, but not as expensive as most Digimon games. Right, so that's PS2 done. Let's move on to the few Wii games that I've picked up. So I found this for £1, Link's Crossbow Training. There's not much substance to it. As far as I know, it's just a little disc full of mini games to use your Wii remote as a crossbow, pretty much set in the Legend of Zelda universe. So that's that. Next, Endless Ocean. I've wanted to get this for a long time. I really can't wait to play it. No combat, no story. It's just pretty much you take control of a scuba diver, dive into the ocean, go explore all of those beautiful underwater thingamabobs. Right, next we've got 2 Game Boy Advance games. So first up, we have Rayman 3. I also have Rayman 3 on the N-Gage, so I'll be looking forward to playing this and comparing. I'm pretty certain this one will play better than the N-Gage one, as most games do, but, I've still got love for the N-Gage. I love using it. So that's Rayman 3. Next, we have a 2-in-1. And it is a Sega 2-in-1 pack, Sonic Advance and Sonic Battle. Again, Sonic Advance is called Sonic N on the N-Gage. It's a watered-down version of the Advance one, so this one will be better than the N-Gage one again. And the Battle one is just it's kind of like Power Stone, I guess, if you played that on Dreamcast. It's like a 3D, well, it's 2D on this, but you know what I mean. It's an arena where you choose a character and you just battle out and use special attacks and things like that. Right, next we'll get on to a nice pile of Dreamcast games I've got. So, first off, we've got the boxing classic Ready to Rumble. I spent a hell of a lot of time playing this when it originally came out. Really, really good game. Really, it's a funny take on boxing. It's a parody boxing game, pretty much. Plays well, good mechanics, good dodging mechanics. Nice break. A nice breakthrough boxing game if you move on to the more realistic ones like Fight Night. Next, we have a game I never actually played and didn't even know existed, and that's pretty shocking to say. I used to do skateboarding. And this is MTV Skateboarding featuring Andy McDonald. So I'm guessing this tried rivaling the Tony Hawk's games and failed miserably. As I say, I've never played it. I've not played it yet. I will give it a go. I'll probably throw up my thoughts and opinions on it at some point, because I do love skateboarding games. Next we have Wacky Race as my newest purchase. Now, this game plays absolutely fantastically. It's pretty much a kart racer with the Wacky Races cast. For a Dreamcast game, it's probably one of the better looking Dreamcast games, to be honest. It's got a nice cel-shaded art style to it. Very funny, nice power-ups and things while you're racing. Next, we have Sega Bass Fishing, and I also got the fishing rod peripheral with it as well. It's somewhere over there, somewhere buried under my bed. I won't try to dig it out. But anyway, yeah, pretty cool game. Nice and relaxing if you don't fancy going out and getting wet and fishing in real life. And the last Dreamcast game is this guy. This is Sonic Shuffle, and it is pretty much a not as good clone of Mario Party. So you get the gist if you've played Mario Party. It's a board game version with the iconic characters from Sonic, and you move around the game board doing battles and playing mini games and things like that, and just pretty much trying to win, trying to collect all the Chaos Emeralds before Dr. Robotnik or Eggman does it. Right, and the final game on the pickups, and it's a PS4 game, and it is this absolute beauty. So the second Digimon game, and quite frankly, the best Digimon game to release since Digimon World 2003. It is really, really, really good. There's over 200 Digimon to collect. It's got a turn-based battle system like Pokemon. You have three active Digimon at a time which you battle with, and then you can have up to a 12-team reserve, so you can train up to 15 at a time. I know it sounds daunting, but trust me, when you play it, it isn't. Graphically, it looks amazing. It is a port of a Vita game. Obviously, it's been upscaled for the PlayStation 4, so it looks a lot nicer, but it's got a lot of content. It's got a great storyline. Like I say, lots of Digimon to capture, and if you're a Digimon fan, I would highly recommend getting this damn game. It is so, so good. So that's Digimon CyberSleuth. So that's it for the pickups. I know it's been a 12-minute video. I hope you've stayed till the very end so you can see all the games I've picked up. Hopefully I won't leave it too long in between my next one, but money's tight. Buying games is always a luxury, of course. I mean, some people, in the amount of time I've spent collecting these, some people could have 3, 4, 5 times the amount of games. But, you know, I'm grateful for what I've bought. I found some real gems, and I'm going to try and play most of them. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you loved the video, throw a subscribe and stay tuned on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.